What's up, you guys? If you happen to see any weird markings on my hands, I am currently dyeing my hair. Point and turn there. Okay, I'm a messy person. I'm a messy artiste. All right, anything paint, dye, anything related in that matter, I am a hot effing mess. All right, so just ignore it. I wanted to sit down, spend some time with you guys while my hair dye sits on my hair and tap in to spirit, see what is coming through for the collective at this time. We've got some Gateway of Light activation oracle cards here. That's what we just pulled. We have Akashic Stargate, aligned purpose, crossroads, and no wrong path. All right. There's an interdimensional type of energy that's tapping in here with this card, okay? This is someone who completely understands timelines and the quantum mechanics behind it, okay? Pathways show up for you looking a lot like this, all right? There's a lot of options. There's a lot of different thresholds that you can cross here. And all of them are like lined up with purpose. There's no wrong path that you can ever choose to take here. I'm also hearing that each path serves you a purpose, okay? It's like I can see you in the astrals, okay? And you're presented with different options, very much like the depictions of this card, all right? You seem to know exactly where you're going to go before you take the gateway, so to speak. All right. This is also connected to your Akashics as well. And coming into an understanding of your past history on a soul level. Okay. This isn't just talking this lifetime here. It's almost kind of like, in a sense, a time traveler in the astrals, and taking different pathways and different wormholes, if you will, in the astrals to gain a little bit more remembrance of where you've been and what you've done. Because there's some sort of like cultivation of this knowledge about yourself at a soul level, okay, that needs to be brought into this lifetime currently where you're at. We have two more cards. We have Inner Earth, Base Chakra, Strength and Security, and Laying Foundations. And then we have Thoth Light Codes, Light Initiation, Great Teacher Awakening, Divine Magic. It's kind of funny because as I sat down here to record, I heard the words, "You've got the magic." All right, so that kind of confirms it for me here. Too bad I didn't mention that at the top, but oh well. You've got the magic. You got the magic touch, okay? The fact that Thoth here is reaching his arms up, you know? It's like, it's within your hands. There's something that you do with your hands, okay? And you might be a healer. You might be an energy worker or energy influencer, I heard. And this is that energy I was speaking about how you are bringing that knowledge of yourself on a soul level and like earthing it into this lifetime right now. It's like you're here to lay a foundation. It says laying foundations right there, right? You are back here in the 3D at this time to lay a foundation for yourself and for your legacy, is what I'm hearing. Now, I am going to say that I am being brought back to the word crossroads here at this Akashic Stargate, okay? We're talking about quantum timelines here. And I feel as if this person has reached a point in their astral journeys where one of the timelines kind of splits off into like multiple strands, is what I'm like, the only way I can describe it. It kind of looks like, if you look at a map, okay, like an actual like Thomas guide type of map. And all the roads that are on the map look like little strings like across the map, right? Okay. So what I'm envisioning is you in the astrals kind of looking out almost as if you were this figure here, okay? It looks a lot like that, where you're like gazing up at the roadmap that is your soul blueprint, all right? And you're trying to understand a certain point of the timeline because it splits off in several directions instead of like definitive directions, all right? If that makes sense. There's a lot more strands to this one timeline than all the rest, is what I'm saying. Everything that you had discovered so far has been very much so aligned with purpose, okay? It showed you what the purpose of it and where it took you, where it led you, what you learned, all of that, okay? And that's kind of this crossroads that you're at, is with this one specific timeline. You're a little bit confused and having a hard time understanding it, okay? Because there's like so many different layers to it. That's interesting because we have inner earth. That also kind of reminds me of the layers as well. I want to go out on a limb here a little bit with this inner earth card too. The fact that it says strength and security, okay? Perhaps this lifetime that you are confused about presented itself to you as like being a inner earth kind of creature, for lack of a better word. It's not really being clearly defined here through spirit. And this perhaps could have been the timeline that kind of confused you a little bit. I'm also hearing building from underground up. I just heard that. Laying foundations, but the foundation lies underneath the ground. Not sure what that's referring to, but there's a certain sense of, I was stopped mid-sentence there because I was starting to see some things, okay? Getting back to this Thoth energy. The fact that this is like ancient Egypt, Atlantean kind of energy, okay? I was taken to a point in time in the recent past here in this lifetime right now that they had discovered these like chambers that look a lot like this under the pyramids. See? And we even got like this diamond, this like triangular shape here, okay? So I wonder if that's what it's being referred to. I wonder if that's what Spirit's referring to here with that. I mean, they would have to, right? Laying the foundation beneath the earth, okay? So there's these like tubular vessels that have been confirmed to be existent that go for a very, very deep amount of space between the ground layer the surface level of the pyramids to like, I don't know off the top of my head how far down they go, but they're massive, okay? So there's that. I don't know. Spirit's referring to that for some reason. I was feeling like we should have one more of these cards out here, and I picked up the deck and looked at the bottom, and I feel like this one makes a lot of sense with what I just said, okay? We got the Sirius star blessings, okay? In ancient Egyptian times, the star Sirius was super important, okay? In the cultures, in the belief systems, in the mythology itself, okay? And there's this call with this card in particular. You can't see that. All right, now you can. To push through this, all right? And so, and there's a yes. Yes, proceed, been seen, push through, okay? So this timeline that you were questioning here, that entails all of what I just said, okay? You're questioning whether you should go ahead and go through the portal and to study it to travel through it. And I feel like this is your ancestors here, okay, telling you that there is safety and security. You do have the strength to do this as well. And I feel like this is like a little bit of a nudge from them to further explore what you are doing here within your Akashic Stargates and your blueprint and the discovery of the things that have been lost due to amnesia, okay? I feel like this is really important because of whatever you are currently here at this time trying to do in the 3D here on Earth, okay? And it's very, very important that you set aside whatever doubts you might have here with this crossroads and this like crazy confusion that this one timeline caused. Setting that aside for now, trusting what you've already seen, what you've already learned, and knowing that somehow all of these, because it's a quantum thing, they all tend to lead back to, you know, a certain point in time, right? So the fear of maybe getting lost a little bit should be let go of is the vibe that I'm picking up here. And it's to further the foundational work that you are doing here, is what I heard. Light initiation, too. My eye just went to that. All right. There's something here that is trying to be initiated through this process of this experiment almost. It's like you're experimenting here in the astrals with your own Akashic record history. Okay. And through this process, you are being initiated. I'm starting to feel as if you work very closely with the energies of Thoth as well. And there's something about doing this work that you're doing that is going to bring you into more of like a teacher role so that you can be able to help others be able to do this very same thing. Or maybe you're already doing that, okay? And also, with stepping into that kind of teacher role, when you're facing something that you're completely unfamiliar with, right? You do tend to get into that little bit of like doubt and fear about it because you're used to being knowledgeable about all things, right? And here is this one thing that's presenting itself to you at this time where you are completely like dumbfounded about, all right? And so I also feel as if there is a calling to release that as well and approach it with more of like a beginner's mindset, holding everything within you that you already know and already experienced, using that as tools to apply to discovering this new route is what I'm hearing. Also, with the words base chakra here on the inner earth as well, it is a slight reminder to make sure when you're doing this kind of work in the astrals that you are highly connected and grounded to where your physical body is, okay? You don't want to just float off into the sky, right? So there's definitely a little bit of a reminder there to make sure that you're practicing your grounding techniques before entering into a territory that may be a little bit unknown to you in the astrals. But whatever it is that you're here doing, whatever it is that you're working on discovering, that you're working on laying foundations for, okay, you have the blessings from the stars, okay? You have the blessings from your Syrian lineage. I truly feel as if you resonate with being a Syrian star seed, okay? At least a Syrian star seed. You may, however, like a lot of people, a lot of star seeds resonate with being a hybrid, okay? But this lineage is coming through at this time, and so is this one, okay? Because I'm feeling this one for you too. They are coming in with blessings for what you are trying to accomplish here at this time. As I'm shuffling this secondary deck here, preparing it for maybe a few more messages, I'm being taken to a place where I can hear talk on a radio, and it's almost kind of like maybe like a spaceship or, you know, something like that. I'm hearing like 10-4, roger that, over and out, copy that, things like that, okay? And what I heard was the grounds are clear and you're cleared for liftoff, okay? So I felt like I needed to include that as I'm shuffling these. These are, see, X marks the spot. These are the ones I made just writing random stuff down that comes to me. X marks the spot, okay? And that's kind of what I feel like. I'm going to put it right here next to Thoth in his hand, because I feel like he was reaching up towards something to like point something out. And it feels as if it's some kind of map, some kind of Stargate map, or the map of your own like Akashic blueprint, okay? X marks the spot. As I just said, that I was taken somewhere where I was hearing clear for takeoff. You have a marker set, okay? And I'm hearing with that to trust that marker and to try and land as close as possible to the X that marks the spot, all right? This is only going to make sense to the one who it's for, and I completely get it, and I completely understand. Energy field, and there's that word, magic. You got the magic, okay? And it doesn't matter if it's money magic, doesn't matter anything. It's just I literally heard, okay? And divine magic. This is written in gold. So I feel like that's what this one is referring to. You have the magic. You have the magic touch. You have the magic within you. And it's within your energy field as well. So quite honestly, just by your existence alone, okay, and I don't mean to stroke your ego at all here with this. It's just what's coming through right now, is that the aura, the energy field that is around you, no matter what you are personally, consciously, like intentionally putting out, the aura itself is magic, okay? And when people come in contact with your energy field, they begin to feel a certain sense of calm, serenity, peace, and also healing as well. Emotional healing, physical healing, and energetic healing are the three off the top that I'm hearing here. And the reason why Spirit is saying this, okay, I just asked them telepathically why they're telling me this to tell you. They said it's because oftentimes you worry because you don't have to be like laying down at night in meditation to go explore in the astrals. And you tend to worry that even in your waking hours, being here, allowing your co-pilot or autopilot to take over while you are consciously somewhere else, you worry that it affects your energy field. You worry that it affects, what you are capable of bringing through into the physical realms while you are away in the astrals, okay? And this is why they mentioned that, because even if you are spending time in the astrals consciously while you are awake physically, this kind of like auric field is infinite, okay? It doesn't go away. It's almost as if it's a part of your autopilot, all right? That's why Spirit said that's why they said that, all right? So I hope that all makes sense. And you are doing the work for the divine. You're doing the work for the divine. That's written in gold as well. Divine magic. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You hold that divine magic within you in your energy field, and You are wished all the blessings in the world to continue forward at this crossroads on your Stargate roadmap. Can I talk? I don't know. And I think that's pretty much going to do it for this one. It's only going to make sense to the one it's for, and that is okay. I appreciate each and every one of you here on this channel for allowing the space for even these kinds of spacey messages to come through. I truly appreciate it, all right? We got a lot of magical, awesome-ass beings hanging out here on Spirit and Sarai, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Also wanted to quickly remind you guys once again that I have opened this channel up for memberships. If you are interested in joining, just click that join button. And I will see you on the flip side. All right? I love you. Peace.